Not a day goes by where I don't hear a person complain about not having enough energy and wanting more energy. And as I wrap up here at the clinic to go home for the weekend, I can't help but think about one key area where we can increase our energy, and that is how we handle transitions. And that's something that I'm going to go through in this video. How you handle transitions can be key to helping you have more energy. Hey, it's Dr. Levi from Wiser's Road Chiropractic. And one of the most common things I hear from patients once they start chiropractic is they actually feel an increase in their energy levels. Just from getting the body feeling better and functioning better, they feel improvements in their energy. I want to share with you a tip about how we can handle transitions. And I think that handling transitions could be one of the simplest, easiest and most powerful ways that we can harness some more energy in our day-to-day life. So let's talk about them. Think about all the transitions that you have in your day-to-day life. From getting up in the morning, you have a transition from being asleep to being awake. We have a transition from leaving the house, typically to commuting to somewhere. You may be running some errands, you may be dropping the kids off at school, you may be going to work. Once you are at work, you also have transitions typically within your workday where you're doing different types of work. You may have periods where you are doing some solo work, some other times where you are having meetings or interacting with groups of people, or maybe you're one-on-one with clients or something like that. Then at the end of the day, you've got a transition from work to home life. How can we better manage these transitions? Because a couple of questions I'll ask you. Have you ever carried energy from one activity to the next? Think about that. Have you ever been in one of those activities and gone to the next activity and held on to some negative energy from that previous activity? What about, have you ever gone through your day where you've been so busy and so crazy that you're just plowing through all your activities, all your different transitions, all those multitude of activities that are very different, and you're not even taking a break, you're just plowing through them just to get through them? Or have you ever found that by the end of the day, you are exhausted and you are not present, you're not connecting with people? Typically, people will answer yes to all three of those questions. What we see here is a breakdown in how we're handling transitions and a really good opportunity that we can start to make a change there. What we want to think about is when we are transitioning from one activity to another, take a little time to pause, and you want to relax and then set intention. Let's talk about that. So really easy. As you move from one major activity to the next, take a brief break for yourself. Close your eyes for just 1 to 2 minutes and just do some belly breathing and just think to yourself, relax. Think about all the tension in your head, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, and just think, relax. Then just move to your upper back, your lower back, your legs, and just think, relax. Just breathe and just repeat the mantra, relax. Now, you're obviously not going to unwind all the day's tension, but you just want to try to let go of a little bit of it. Now, that's the release and the relax portion of it. Now, you can start to ask yourself some questions, prompts that are going to get you in a different state for the upcoming new activity. Things like, how am I going to show up? That's a great one. Ask yourself that question. As you're transitioning from one thing to the next, ask yourself, how am I going to show up for this next activity? Another good question, how can I do this next activity with excellence? And lastly, how can I enjoy this process? Now, they don't have to be those exact questions, but questions along those types of lines can start to trigger the mind and get you to think differently. So there is a really simple but powerful way that you can start to manage the transitions in your day and help recharge and re-energize your energy levels. Really easy thing to do. Look over your days, your weeks, and map out key transitions that you have. And then simply just jot down 1 or 2 simple questions that you are going to start to ask yourself. Now, the car is a classic place to be able to do this because it's a classic transition where we leave one place and we get to another place. It's a perfect opportunity just to take that 1 to 2 minutes to release tension in your body and then set intention for the upcoming activity. Give it a go. Let me know how you go with this. I think that it'll make a really, really big difference. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed that video, I'm always sharing new tips, tricks and hints about health, so be sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Thanks again, and speak to you soon.